Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here with the weekend shift. Man, it was a great week for the Strat. I am so glad the Fed report is over. That is done. We were all waiting for that. It is live. This chat is blowing up. What is going on? What a beautiful day. Steven, you've been kicking butt in there in the live chat room with Rob. I love it. You are doing great, man. Who else we got out here? We got Ron. We got Las Vegas out here. We got Lincoln. Whoa, the blind trader. Michael Holcomb's out here. The blind trader. What's up? How you doing? JS, always here. Mm. Excuse me, I got my new Strat Soldier coffee mug. It's awesome. Ryan, what is going on? We got a few in here. We got a handful. They're starting handful. Hey, it's Ginger, Whiskey Ginger in the house. Swiss man from Switzerland. How many people in the chat? Give me a number. Give me a number. How many people? It better be 100. It better be 100 people in there. I tell you right now. What's going on? The blind trader. Hey, we didn't need no special squiggly wigglies to tell us the market was going to the upside after the Fed report. You know, everybody was just like calm and chill. And just like was that movie Half Baked, everybody's like, hold on. I'm not gonna do what everybody thinks I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna like freak out, you know. And then the Fed report came out, and they said, yeah, we're raising rates. And guess what the market did? It's like, okay, fine, and straight to the upside. Josh Taylor, what is going on? You're doing great too. Where is Sunshine? Somebody text her, tell her get out here. Rob C, come on now, give it to me. We are international. The weekend shift. Man, it's been a long time since we had a live show. I'm so sorry about that. Give me a number. How many people out there? How many people? What's going on, Kyle? You were Corey, you were first. What's up, Jim? Give me a number. Give me a number. Waiting on my numbers. Where are they at? Where are they at? Where are they at? No. Anyway, it was a great week for the Strat. If you knew what to do, we know what sales look like, we know what buys look like, and Rob was calling it out. There was some really good trades in there. If you watched the weekend vid with Rob last week, you saw car went nuts. We're definitely gonna talk about that. And then in this show, we're gonna talk about, you know, we're always talking about the basics. Okay, we're always taking all this strat stuff and we're slowing it down on the weekend, on Saturday, where we can just kind of chill and not be all amped up and not knowing what to do. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to create a watch list. Okay, you know, basic stuff, but it's still important, especially for what we do with the strat, because we look at things different. You guys know that. And so, you know, how would I create a watch list just based on the condition of the stock? You know what I mean? As opposed to watching CSNBC or something like that, and, you know, pulling stocks off of there, because, you know, or, you know, or even fiddling around with scanners and all that crap. How do you you know, avoid all that? So heck yeah. All right, put your questions in the chat. The only rule for that is put a question mark before your question. That way I can see that. That works out for me. That works out for everyone. Is this chat still working? Oh, the other, I rolled it down. Scroll it down. Hey, this is the weekend shift. This is my very first show. I don't know how to use the mouse. All right, 25 people out there. All right. 212 reversal to the upside. That's right, Jim. Heck yeah. Suggestions for the people that can't watch the charts all day. Ryan, put your question mark before your question. I'm going to get to that. Heck yeah, that's what we're going to talk about too. Don't let me forget to talk about that, Ryan. You can't watch the charts all day long. How do I trade this? I got that. I got you. Before we get into all that, if you want to get in with us at Sapir Group and check out Rob Smith, Smith's in the Black, a live trading room, you can use promo code STRATSOLDIER 2022, and that's going to get you 3 months, the first 3 months of Rob's room, for only $99 a month for the first 3 months. Okay, that's $99 per month, and it comes with a lot more than that. But that'll get you in. That'll get you in trading what's happening right now. Okay, talking to Rob live, but I'll tell you more about that and later on. All right. Heck yeah. Hey, we're just going to get into it then. It looks like we got everybody here. How you doing, Tara? Willie B. Heck yeah. We got some good people out here. Always good. All right. Let's do it. Here are all my charts. All right. And this is how I trade. This is Trading View. I have all my charts just like up just like this. The weekly, excuse me, the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and the 60. And the reason why I have all 4 charts up like this is because it shows me time frame continuity. Time frame continuity, okay? And time frame continuity is all about the color. And time frame continuity is like the weather. It's always there, okay? You don't need to worry about, do I have it or not? No, you have it. You always have it. There's only 2 conditions that you really have to think about. Is it full time frame continuity, which is they're all the same color, or do I have conflict, which is one or more charts looking, different colors than the others. Okay, so that's conflict. But so right now we are full time frame continuity back up to the upside. Weird stuff. Again, this is why we don't look at 200-day moving averages and all that stuff, because we're looking at the color. We're looking for the most aggressive participation group, and that became the buyers. It became the buyers after the Fed report. Okay, you can see it right here. Here's Monday. All right, Monday, Tuesday. Well, no, this is Monday. Monday right here. Monday, the 14th. And then booyah, straight to the highs. 2-2 reversal, 2 down, 2 up. Yep, all the way up here. Here's your weekly. Here's your weekly. Look at that. All the way took. Yep, 2-2 reversal up on the week. Went in force at 432.75. If we're going way up here,
we're going to take this baby out
all the way to the top, and it did it. Still inside month for the SPY. Okay, so don't get too excited because it hit magnitude on the week, and we know when it hits magnitude, it can get reversed right back down because we're looking at broadening formations, right? So it could do this. All right, this is just a could be. All right, could be, and it could hit the magnitude here, and then next week, because it's jammed with buyers. Next week it could go inside. And we'll see what it does there, because it's going to bounce around in here because the month is inside month. Okay, this is price consolidating. All right, so this is why you're seeing the price go up and down and up and down. Now, not so violent on the weekly. Daily is a little bit better, but you can see how that's happening in March. Okay, here's March, and you can see how the price, because the month is inside month and it's consolidating. Okay, so you can see how the month is up and down. Okay, up and down and up. They test the highs, test the lows. Try to get back to the highs. Nope. Go back to the lows. Go back to the highs. And now is it going to test? Now it's up here. Is it going to test and then come back down and test the other side of the broadening formation? All right. Again, this is why we're not breakout traders. We're not waiting for it to go all the way up here and then try and trade it and go, and then it reverse all the way back down and go, oh, it's a fake out. No, we don't do no fake out crap. We don't trade like that. No, we trade what's happening right now in the middle of the broadening formation. We're trading it up, trading it down, riding the waves, bro, riding the waves up and down. Okay. Heck yeah, the chat is getting live. Hey, what's up, Kiki? Heck yeah, 32 out there. Strat Dawn. Oh, okay. Strat Donna. Hi, you're new. Hello. But there's your inside month, and that's interesting. So there's your inside month, and that's how it's affecting the week. And then your days, and then your 60s, okay? Your 60s are going to look like this. All right, now 60s are a little bit more, and this is why I say stay on the 30s and 60s. This is exactly why Rob says this too. But if you take this broadening formation and move it out just a little bit, all right, let's blow this chart up. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but let's blow this chart up because this is the broadening formation on the 60s, a little bit bigger, okay? Look at that. Here it comes. They test the top, dink, bring it all the way down. Hits here, they inside and up here. That's like a 2-1-1-2. I don't know. 2-1-1-2 is not really a thing, but inside and up here, boom, reverses to the upside. They test up here, they bring it down. Hammer right here, hammer and force right on March 1st. Bring it all the way up to 440.90, then they bring it down all the way down. Didn't quite make it here, didn't quite hit magnitude, reverse back up. It's a mess. It's a little bit of mess right in here, a little bit of a mess. But what I'm saying is this is the broadening formation on your 60s, okay? This is what you're seeing. All right. Now, again, we're not breakout traders. We're we're trading as it's hitting the top, hitting the bottom. Didn't quite make the top. It's kind of stuck in the middle here. Okay, kind of stuck in the middle. Come back down. All right, hits this, comes back up. Wow, booyah. All right, 440.93. All right, so we could probably adjust this like right here. It's a little adjustment. The wicks matter. Okay, the wicks matter because somebody got stopped out right there. Anyway, this is your broadening formation on the 60s. And now, is it going to test this top here and then come back in to about 437, maybe, 441, 437, 439? You got this sub try right here, this sub broadening, sub try. Yeah, I'll probably put it right there. Let me zoom this in. You got this sub try. Now, if it reverses back down, how far is it going to go down? This is how you use those broadening formations. I really didn't mean to go this far advanced so quick, but I just want you to understand this. Okay, this is where we're at on the 60s. All right, and okay, so I hit the top. Now they're going to take some profits. They're gonna take profits. Is it going to happen here? We'll see. We will see. I kind of went on a tangent there with the whole breakout traders thing. Again, we're trading what's happening in the broadening formation. All right. So again, so we made it back to full time frame continuity to the upside in SPY. What did it do on the diamonds? Same thing. Dow Jones to the highs. Dow Jones, we going to Disneyland. We're going to Disneyland. Yeah. Disneyland is in Disney is in Dow Jones. 2-2 reversal back up on the week, all the way up. Heck yeah. 2 down, 2 up, right at 336.13 to the highs. Heck yeah. There's your days, pretty similar to the SPY. Okay. And then QQQ from the grave, all the way down to 317.35 outside week. Okay. Now, if you follow Sarah and the 50% rule, she's going to tell you, 50% of this, 331.97. That's about 50% of that, I believe. But what I want you to know about that 50% rule is this outside bar is a broadening formation. All right. And here is your broadening formation. 2-2 down, 3-2 down, and then 2-2 reversal back up. Let me zoom this in. Let me make it big for you. Here's my dailies. 3-2 down, 2-2 reversal back up. Here's the reversal right here at 327. Goes in force right here at 326.53. Okay, let's go ahead and mark it, because this is the reversal you're actually getting in on the daily. Take it back out to the month. The week. That's a little short there. I get it. I see. All right. She would say 50% probably better right there is what she would say. That's the 50% rule is going to get you in here. But on a smaller time frame, this is the reversal you're getting in on. That's going to create this outside bar here on the week. So that's QQQ again from the ashes. QQQ getting beat up. Here's your months in QQQ. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Still inside month. It almost went 2-2 continuation down. We were looking for that, and I was talking about that. Would have went in force at 318.03. It's right there. It's right. No, 317. 317. All right. So one more dollar down. It would have went 2-2 continuation down on the week. But there's your but there's your month, your week, your day, in your 60s. All right. So now what we're looking for in QQQ is it's going to be strong enough to take these guys out up here, which would give you a 3-2 continuation in they face all the way up here. All right. And for us to go 2-2 up on the month, for us to go 2-2 reversal up on the month is going to be at 330 or 369. All right, write it down, folks. 369 for this to go 2-2 reversal back up on the month. We trade what's happening right now. If you were still getting short in this area here, that makes sense. But if you're still short after it's blasting in your face like this, you got to cut that stuff. You got to be able to go, okay, this is not working for me. I'm you know what I mean? Here's my stop right here at 326. All right. I'm shorting this thing via puts or, shares or whatever. 330, 326, it's not working for me no more. All right, here's my stop. Because, you know, to hold it through all this, hoping it goes back into the red, it's bad news. All right, same thing in the SPY. Same thing. You shorten this thing, cool. But if it starts going 2-2 reversal like that right here, you know what I mean? That's why, you know, people are talking about, let me hold through this TTO, triangle layout. Let me see if I can hold through this. Nah, if it hits it, just cut it. Just cut it. Just cut it. Move on. All right. Heck yeah. Oh, let's see here. Trading. What is happening right now? Is the best management? Is it best to manage on the 60-minute? Yes. Put a question mark before your question so I can see it clearly. Yeah. So the month is everyone who's created a position, added to, or cut a position in the month. Okay. Same thing with the week. So this is what everybody's doing this week. On the dailies, this is what they're doing. Are they buying it today? All right. And then on the 60s, this is what they're doing right now. All right. So now let's go. This all talks about time frame continuity. I got a 3-2 reversal up here, a 3-2 continuation up here, and now they're just ripping it into the highs. Okay. If it's green on the 60 and green on the day, that means they're buying it right now and they're buying it today. All right. Now, people ask me all the time, does the 60 really matter so much? Yes, because if you get in on a 2-2 reversal, let me zoom this in. If you get in on a 2-2 reversal right here, here's a 2-2 reversal. No, that's a 2-2 continuation. Let me find a good one. A good demonstration of what I'm talking about. All right, here's a 2-2 reversal up. All right, right here on the 60. And if this goes 2-2 reversal up, but my day is red, see my day right here, the day is red, and I'm looking for this to go 2-2 up. What makes me think that I'm going to have a high probability that this is going to keep going to the upside? Okay, because the day is red. All right, so yes, we need to be looking at the 60s and gauging off of what the 60s actually doing. Okay. Is it okay? Cool. It's green just for a little bit, but what's it doing on the day? It's red on the day. There's not a lot of probability here that it's going to work. And then you can see over here on the week, it was pretty daggone low over here on the week. So that would have been red and inside big time. So you definitely want to use the 60s to gauge what's happening right now. Okay. Right now. That's the easiest way to do it is the 60s. Should we hold a losing signal after the close of the entry? Wait, hold on. Should we hold on to a losing signal after the close of the no. Once that position goes red on you and it's bad, cut it. Do not hold. We do not hold losers. Okay. Don't hold losers, especially if you're working with options. Okay. Again, in this situation here, let's say you got puts on this, okay, and it's working on these 60s, and then it goes 2-2 reversal back up. Actually, it goes 2-1-2 reversal back up. Now your puts are not any good anymore. All right. Now you can hold it. If you hold it and wait for this thing to go red, you know what I mean, hoping you're going to get some of your money back, it didn't even get close to coming back down in this area here. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Set your stops and just cut it. Don't, if it goes red against you, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. All right, we're getting right into the questions here, guys. Heck yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Don't hold losers. Don't hold losers. I'd rather you cut it and then wait for the next signal to get back in. Okay. Don't hold losers. Hey, Ahmed, how you doing? To cut a trade based on the 30-minute entry candle, we use the same time frame. Yes, and it depends on what you do. Let's do this. I'll show you like this, since you guys want it. You guys are wanting it right now. So if I get in on a 2-2, let's see here, that's a 3-2 continuation. Let me see if I can find you a good reversal. I got a 2-1-2 reversal right here on the 60s. Okay, on the 30s, 2-1-2 reversal right here. All right. And I'm going to turn my magnet tool on just for funsies. 2-1-2 reversal up. All right. It's working. And then I get stopped out right here. 2-2 reversal back down. You know what I mean? You could do that. That's fine. That's okay. All right. But then you can see this thing, this outside bar right here, this 3. Okay. There's a scenario 3 right here at 1300, 1 o'clock for you civilians. Okay. What I like to do is what I prefer. Okay. What I prefer is to use my stops on a smaller time frame. Okay. So I'll enter on a 30, put my stop here. Okay. Trade goes profitable. It's good up in here. All right. Way up in here. And then what I'll use is a 30 or a 15-minute or even a 5-minute and keep pushing my stops up that. All right. Now I probably would have got stopped out here and then have to re-enter or use this as an ad. You know what I mean? And then get stopped out up here. But I like to push my stops up a smaller time frame so that I get stopped out with more profit. And then let's go back to our 30s and see where that puts you out at about up in this area here. And you can see this hand kind of got, yeah, you got a 3-2 continue reversal up here, 3-2 up. And then, you know, you can make decisions here. So short answer, yes, you want to use your stop on the same time frame. But in order to get stopped out with profit, I prefer to move my stops up a smaller time frame once the trade is profitable. Okay, once the trade is good, once the trade starts working really well and it's up in this area, I can set my stops even. Okay, I got the magnet tool on, so now it's forcing me to put it in different spots. But then after that, I can start pushing it up the 15s, you know, or even the 5 minutes. Just start pushing it up. I'd rather get stopped out with profit than stopped out with nothing. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Where are you at? Hey, yeah, he said, yeah, that makes sense. That makes all kind of sense. So yeah, okay. So how do you trade outside 30s? Use them to get ready like a one. Gabriel, okay. Yeah, we're getting into it. We're getting into it. You guys ain't messing around. Okay, so usually what I do is, let's go back out here, because I'm always talking to the new traders, okay, especially people brand new to the strat. All right, so real quick, all right, I'm going to put the labels on for the kids in the back here, and we believe there's only 3 ways anything can trade. I skipped this last week, and again, I'm always talking to the new people to the strat, so I'm going to go through it anyway. Even though I do this every episode, I'm going to do it again. There's only 3 ways anything can trade. All right. Here's a scenario 1. We're going to go through it fast. This is a scenario 1. And notice it doesn't take out either side of the previous range. Okay. Neither side of the previous range. Scenario 1. Scenario 2 takes out only one side of the previous range, either the top or the bottom. Okay. Either the top or the bottom. The series of 2s in one direction is a trend. Okay. You saw this on the dailies. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then real quick, a scenario 3, because you guys are seeing it in the chat, scenario 3 takes out both sides of the previous range. Okay. That means they bought it up and sold it down. And then again, this is a broadening formation on a smaller time frame. Okay. Very important. Very important. Those are the 3 scenarios and then we combine these things to create our signals, our actionable signals, and then reversals. Okay. Right here, 2-2 reversal on the week. This is what I was talking about. 2 down, 2 up. Give me my yellow. There it is. 2 down, 2 up. Makes sense? Scenario 2 down, scenario 2 up. Booyah, in they face. All right. All right. It were scissors hands. That's that trade. That's funny. Yeah. So how do we trade a 3? Let's go back to the 30s on this guy. Nope. Yeah, I can do that. I can keep the labels on for the kids in the back. How would I trade a 3? I talked to Michael Dang about this. I talked to Rob and Sarah about this. The way I trade a 3-2, I will always hit a 3-2 because the 3-2 lets me know who the most aggressive participation group is. Okay, remember they bought it up and sold it down. Okay, so in this case, they sold it down and bought it up. Okay, took out both sides of the previous range, right? And then if this thing goes 2 up, that means daggone well the buyers want this thing. All right, they're the most aggressive participation group. Okay, so I'm going to get in here at 31, 40. Excuse me, 431.46. All right, 431.36 right here. All right. All right. Now, so talking to Sarah about it, the way I'm approaching this is I'm treating this as a 2-2 reversal back up, because for me personally, I see this as a reversal. Yes, this is green. Yes, this is green. All right. This should be red, and then this should be green, and then that would be considered a reversal, correct? I understand that, but this got taken down. The price got taken down below this. All right. So I see this as a 3-2 reversal up. All right. The scenario 3 is a reversal in itself. The scenario 2 above it just lets me know, this just reconfirms buyers want this thing. They're the most aggressive participation group. They're the most aggressive participation group. And I'm gonna get in on it every time. And I'm not gonna hesitate, because look what it did. All right. Now, so that's how I traded on the 30s. All right. 3-2, bam, in their face all the way up. All right. Here's another 3-2. Now this would actually be a 3-2 reversal up, because this 3 is red. All right. This 3 is red. And then the most, so as it goes, as soon as it trades above the scenario 3, then you can hit it. All right. But then what did it do the very next 30 minutes? So you would have to this is where I was talking about. I was telling Ahmed, using a smaller time frame to push your stops up, because in this situation you didn't have time. You didn't have time to push your stops up here, and then because this very next 30 opened up way down here. All right. I don't know what happened here. What was it? Oh, okay. I see. This is the end of the day this is the end of the day on the 17th, and then the very next day it opens up way down here. All right, this is a gap down. That sucks. That stinks. But so that's why there's that huge gap down right there. But if this was during the day, for some reason something wacky happened, bad news, whatever, I would this is a good reason why I push my stops up a smaller time frame. I get stopped out with profit. I get stopped out. What happened? Oh, okay, I made money. It wasn't a loser. But what happened? You know what I mean? Then I can go to a smaller time frame, see okay, whatever. There was some dumb stuff happening in the news. 2-2 reversal back up. All right, now I'm in this thing. All right. So that's what I love about the strat, because with these scenarios and these reversals, I know exactly where to go. You cannot hide this. And institutional buyers, we know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. It makes sense. I take a few more questions, and we're going to get to this. How to make a watch list when trading the broadening formation after the price takes out one side. Do you leave the old broadening formation array as a point of possible resistance and support? Hey, Riz, there's no cussing on my show, Willie B. I'm just kidding. Support and resistance. Okay. I get what you're saying. And for lack of a better term, yes. Yes, we will keep it up. Let's say we got a broadening formation here. Okay. Because this 2-2 reversal created a broadening formation. Okay. Again, that's why I like trading 2-2 reversal, because 2-2 reversals, because the broadening formation is built in. These bars become an outside bar of these bars. Okay. All that stuck in these two. Okay. So yes, I will, let's just say here's a 30-minute bar. You quickly drew a broadening formation here. Do I leave it there? Yes, because I know the top of this broadening formation is way up here. And again, I drew it off of these lines, of these two candles here. Okay. Not this. All right. So just imagine these bars don't exist. These other ones don't exist. I drew it off of these two. All right. So yes, I see. Okay. 2-2 reversal. Bam. All right. Now I'm in. Based on my broadening formation, they're dead in the middle. All right. Now this got a little bit of question. This got a little questionable here. 2-2 reversal down, but came back in. Okay. Now, once it did this, 2-2 reversal down, my question to myself was, okay, is it going all the way down here? The magnitude of this is at 436. Is it going to go all the way back down here and hit magnitude here? All right. It didn't do that. All right. It kept going. So yes, that's how you can use a broadening formation for support and resistance. I'm sorry for cussing on the show. Forgive me, Rob. Oh, let's see here. Can you explain TTO? Chuck got you guys talking TTO. It's triangle they out. Anyway, TTO, yes. This is a good example of a triangle layout right here. 2-2 reversal back up, and then it went 2-2 reversal back down, but then came back, came back in. All right, so then back into the original trend. A triangle layout is more. Think of this as it's a reversal on a smaller time frame that doesn't affect the major time frames. Does that make sense? Let me delete some of the stuff off of here, and then we're going to go into how to do watch lists, because you guys hit me big. You guys are like, no, we want to talk about this. We were talking about price action player. So a triangle layout is let me get this. A triangle layout is a reversal on a smaller time frame that doesn't affect the other time frames. All right. This is green on the day. All right. Here's your 60s. Green all day long. All right. But then it got kind of messy right here about 10 o'clock. Let's go down to the 30-minute. All right. This is where they triangle they out, because it's green on the day, green on the week, green on the month. But then you got this this reversal back and forth here. You know what I mean? Even the 15-minute. All right. Triangle they out on the 15-minute. All right. It's working. And then people start taking profits, and then ill-time shorts, 2-2 reversal back up. This whole area right here is a mess. But because it's all stuck in these two bars here, you can see that. All these bars stuck in between this bar and this bar. All right. So this is where they triangle all these guys out. Triangle they out, all the traders. All right. Buyers and sellers. And then everybody paused on Friday, like, okay, hold on. We was buying China stocks, we was buying all kind of tech. And then, for the first 30 minutes, and then we all had then they started taking profits the very next 60, and everybody stopped. Everybody froze because it's getting stupid. Like this 60 right here. A lot of people got chopped up in here. Okay. Right here. Oh, geez. Give me all the arrows. Give me them arrows. All right. So everybody got chopped up in here. All right. And everybody stopped trading, period. And everybody's just kind of, because it's a fight, this is the price consolidating. What are we going to do next? And then the very next hour, you got 2, 1, 2 continuation up. They're like, nope, we're going to buy it. Buyers said we're stepping up. All right. So that's a triangle layout. On the 15, so again, on the 15-minute, let's go back to the 15-minute. All these little reversals up and down, these are people getting chopped up in here. Okay. But it didn't affect the day. It didn't affect the week. It didn't affect the month. All right. So this is where you could probably take profits and then get back in. Some people are advising to hold through these triangle layouts because it doesn't affect the day or the 60. And daggone it, it better be really good for you to do something like that. Okay. Because this is when there's a triangle layout is a reversal, and it has just as much potential to go all the way back down than it does to go reverse and go all the way back up. Okay. So this is where, time frame continuity, this inside bar is green. I'm going to, I'm just going to hold through it. I mean, that's dangerous, especially with options. Okay. I say, cut it, get back in. How do you personally manage your stops on puts in comparison to your common stops? All right. So options, I use options sparingly. I don't use them a lot. But when I do use options, I use a trailing stop. I use like a 5-cent trailing stop. And as it's okay, now my option is profitable, put in my trailing stop, it ticks down, and usually that's how I get out of options. There's a lot of people out there a lot better at options than me. When moving your stops up, being careful to not be too aggressive, ? Being too aggressive with your stops, no, you could just push them up to 5-minute. I mean, if you get stopped out with profit and then it goes right back up to the highs, just get back in. Especially, of course, this is easier to do with common. Okay. It's easier to do with common. So if I'm pushing my stops up to 5 minutes, I want to wait till the price gets up in here before I push my stop up at the bottom of the 5. Okay. Does that make sense? So I'm going to wait till Here's my trade, 3-1-2 reversal up. I'm in. All right. And then this, I don't know if this is a great example because my stop would have been down here. Yep, that's a good example. And then as it starts getting up in here, then I push my stop even. Then I push my stops up. Once it gets pretty, pretty good up, and there's no other way to say that. Once it starts doing 2-2 continuation up, and it gets up in here, then you can start moving your, up to 5 minutes at the bottom of the 5 minutes. All right. For example. All right. And then, yep, this thing's really healthy. It's way up here. Then what did it do on the very next 5 minutes? Outside bar to the downside. All right. This gets you out at 443.91. All right. That's still a pretty good trade. That is still a really good trade. And it got, yes. And then all these other bars, these other 5 minute bars at the end of the day, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 bars all stuck in this mother bar problem. All right. All right.
That's a mother bar issue.
All right. All that right there in that 5 minutes. And so you don't have to worry about it no more. You're out. You took your profit. You're done. Not being, so being too aggressive with your stops would be, I guess, as soon as it opens, the next 5 minute opens, you push your stop up. I guess that would be too aggressive. Or using a 1 minute. Some of those stocks you do have to use a 1 minute because it's moving way too fast, and using a PSAR on a smaller time frame, the PSAR is not catching up to the price, and you have to drop down to something crazy and just use the bottom of the 1 minutes. But you can do that too. A lot of good questions in the chat. Heck yeah. Can you think of a TTO as a bear or bull flag? I don't trade bear, or I don't trade flags. But if that makes sense to you, ask Michael Dang. Michael Dang talks more technical analysis. Talk to him on that kind of stuff. So is it best to see that they are buying or selling from Elliot here? So is it best to see what they are buying and selling? Wait for the triangle layout unless you are scalping and opening move, and then take the break of the TTO in whichever direction. That's a long question. Okay, let's say I got to get to the watch list thing. A lot of good questions in here. It's the very first live show in a while, so I want to get to it. I want to help you guys. All right, let's just say 3-1-2 continuation right here. All right, you're in. This is on the SPY, and I keep using the SPY just because it's up. But 3-1-2 continuation up. All right, here's my reversal. Here's my continuation up. All right, 2 up. I'm in. Or I could be the very first one in. All right. And Rob says every once in a while, he says, you don't have to be the very first one in. If this reversal is real, you're going to get a chance to get in. Okay. It's kind of like, he also says, it's kind of like, he said this on a power hour a few weeks ago. It's like when you show up to the party and you're early, you don't want to be too early to the party, because then you might, be the person, helping set out Dixie cups, and you're setting up tables, and you're helping making sure that there's enough toilet paper in the bathroom. You showed up to the party. You didn't show up to work. You showed up to the party and they put you to work. So, okay. So there is a 3-1-2 continuation here you can get on. But then, yes, you can drop down to a 30 minute and go, okay, this still is nasty here, or drop down to a 15 minute and go, maybe I want this 2-2 reversal up here. Or even this, that's a little that on the 15 minute, you know what I mean? And maybe I could find something a little bit better as an entry, dropping all the way, Rob will say, get you an inside fiver, you know what I mean? Yes, you could wait. You can drop down on the 5 minute. Okay, bam, it's in force. Here's my 5 minute bars on that same 60 minute signal. Okay, here's a triangle layout right here, TTO. All right. And then I could get in here. All right. 2-1, yep, 2-1-2 reversal up. All right. I could do that. All right. Now that's yep, right here. So there's the rest of so on the 60 went in force here. I drop down to the 5-minute and I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting because we trade reversals. Okay. And I'm waiting for the very first, triangle out. You know what I mean? So, okay, here it is. All right. Inside bar, get you inside fiber. 2, 1, 2, bam, I'm in. Did it hit my stop? No. This one might have, it could have, depending on where your stop is at, because that's the low of that one. But hey, you know what I mean? Let's just say it didn't. All right. Let's just say it didn't hit your stops. You're in. All right. So then you go back. Once you're in, then you can go back to the higher time frame and be like, okay, I'm in this joker. You know what I mean? And that kind of puts you in on that puts you in way up here. But yes, we trade reversals. So if this thing goes in force, you can drop down to a smaller time frame and grab the TTO back up. All right. Real quick, let me go through a lot of good questions. Heck yeah. Forget what I was trading, but bigger law. Okay. Hey, Elliot, come up with an actual question on that last one that you took a big loss on, and we will talk about that one. Okay. Hey, you guys are talking together. That's good. Lots of good questions in here. All right. So from last week's vid with Rob Smith's weekly vid, CAR. Did you guys look at CAR? Did anybody trade in the chat? Anybody trade CAR? Did anybody trade CAR? 3-2 reversal up on the week. Rob talked about it. Go watch last weekend's show. Rob called out CAR at 203.17. He literally said, all right, CAR's coming up here. And he says, CAR 2-2 reversal up on the month at 203. You're there. That's all he said. And then he moved on. Okay. Look at this thing. 203. It ended the day at it ended Friday. Let's see here. It ended Friday all the way up here. 274. 274. Look at that. Holy crap. It actually ended up here. 299. Came back in a little bit. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, I see. 238. All right. If you're trading just the daily signals, 2-2 reversal back up. Bam, 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 bam. And then, you probably would have got stopped out here. That's why I said 274, because I would have set my stops and just pushed it up the dailies. You know what I mean? And then probably might get stopped out here at 274. I mean, that's a really good trade. Did I trade this? No, no, I was doing other stuff. And then you had the Fed report. And when the Fed report usually is coming out, and this was a big one with the Fed, I really don't do a lot. What I did do is trade SPXL and TQQ and also SPXS. Troy worked that thing. Heck yeah, he worked it. So, yeah, that's the biggest winner out of Rob's weekend Fed. Heck yeah. That's a beautiful trade. That's amazing. That's I wish it could be like that every time. I mean, that's what Rob does too. He's scanning 16 monitors and he's telling you what's happening right now. And then here's the rest here's Friday. Okay. So this is people taking profits on Friday. And again, you got a 2-2 reversal back up in here. Yep. 2-2 reversal back up here. Is that going to help you out? Nope, because the day is red. Okay. So, but if you took that one, that's a good one. Another one out of Rob's list, the MasterCard. All right. MA 2-2 reversal back up on the week. All right. That's a good one. That's a good one. Now forming a hammer on the month. UAL, the airlines, 2-2 reversal back up on the weekly, right at 36.55. You didn't do anything all week. You could have just took that one. 2-2 reversal back up. That's a good one. That did go in force. FedEx was another one you talked about. That did go in force, but then came back in. Okay. So you would have had to, again, that's why I was talking about pushing your stops up. You get stopped out with profit way up here somewhere. But no, it gapped up. It gapped down on that Friday, and then now it's forming a hammer on that daily. But that's a little ugly shooter, not a full shooter, just an ugly shooter on that weekly. Disney did not go 2-2 reversal up. It did not go in force. Okay, so if I put my buy order here on that weekly, did not go in force. All right, but It sure did go 2-2 reversal back up on the dailies. All right. So then that's when you're making decisions. Okay. 2-2 reversal back up on the day. It hits magnitude at 130. It hits the first target at 136.20. You know what I mean? And I can push my stops up all the way up here. You know what I mean? Push my stop up because it's at magnitude and wait. Next day opens, still good. Awesome. Push my stop up. Next day opens, here comes Friday. All right. Kind of funky little 60, inside bar on 60, or excuse me, outside 60, but still good. All right. Doesn't hit my stop. I could push my stop all the way up here on the dailies. All right. And then now you have a 2-2 reversal, potential 2-2 reversal back up here. Okay. All right. And on Apple, nope, not outside week and not 2-2 up on the week yet. Okay. But look at these dailies, same thing. Everything kind of looks the same here. 2-2 reversal back up on these dailies on Apple. Oxy, still inside week. Okay. They've been hitting my energies pretty hard. All right. And still inside week, not doing much. XLE. Yeah, we'll talk about SQ. XLE, a hammer, ending with a hammer on the week. Baba, China stocks. Rob was yelling China outside week for Baba. I worked JD. JD was a good one for me. Again, outside week. Here's your weeks. All right. I traded it up in here. All right. Inside. Actually, I took this right here. It went 2-1-2 continuation up right at 63.85. Rob was calling this out Friday. I worked this joker all the way up and then kept pushing my stops up until I got shooter and force on the 60. Just cut it, take my profits, walk away. Made some money, was happy. All right. It didn't have to get in the rest of the day. I was done with that one. All right. Net. I've been working net. We were looking at net. Me and DXL were looking at net because it was 2-2 up on the month and then came back in. So we stopped looking at it. But then it went outside week right here at 104. 10. I'm gonna move it in. Come on, give it to me. Yep, 105.42. Again, here's your dailies, 2-2 reversal back up. You had a reason to get in at 87.84. That would have been a good trade all week. Bam. But again, I worked it all up in here after it went to up here just because the Fed and everything was messy. Yeah. Yes, Gabriel, he did do the weekend vid last week. Yes, he did. And let me see here. All right. Can you talk a little bit about market conditions changing and what conditions make you sit and wait? Real quick, we didn't talk about watch lists at all. What makes me sit and wait when the SPY is inside, when it's inside on the SPY, sit and wait. When it's inside when my daily on the SPY is inside, this happened Friday. It was inside on Friday, but then finally started, going reversal back up. So, I mean, I that's why I waited here. I waited for this 2-1-2 continuation up. Once this 2-1-2 continuation went in force right here on the 60s. All right. I knew it was going to hit the top. Okay. Yep. No, hold on. This 2-1-2 continuation, a few more cents caused this thing to go 2 up. So I knew this was going to go 2 up on the day, and it was not going to be inside day anymore. But if it's inside day on the SPY, I don't do much. Okay. I don't do much. Nope. Nah, geez. Sorry about that. Phone's ringing. Dude. Anyway, that's a condition that'll definitely make me wait if it's inside on the day or inside on the week. All right. Real quick. This is great stuff. Heck yeah, keep going. I'm going to keep going because we didn't talk about watch lists at all. You guys are hitting me up. He's like, he is live. I'm getting my questions in here. Heck yeah, he's talking about one thing.
Triangle they out. They will.
I know. Triangle they out, and that's what you guys did to me. You guys triangled me out, and I had one thing planned, and you guys want to talk about something else, and that's good. That's good. JD, Net, all good trades last week. XLE with the tanks didn't do much. Okay, so now let's get to the meat and the bones of the episode. How do we create a watch list for the next week? Okay, so the very, very easy way to create a watch list for the week is watching Rob's weekend vid. I know you guys know I'm gonna say that, okay? Watch the weekend vid. Yes, Troy, you'll be able to watch this later, okay? So let's do it. Watch list. Watch Rob's weekend vid, okay? All right. Rob will at least have 50 to 60 stocks in there. Last week he had like 80 of them in there, okay? The week before he had like 83. It depends on what's going on. If there is a lot of price action out there, there's a lot of signals, Rob's going to stick it in there. But the one thing you need to remember is Rob's going to put it in there by sector, okay? So you don't need I list all 83. Here's the Rob's macro list. Rob's macro list. Let's look at it this way. Here's the macro list from Rob. There is 113 symbols in this thing. All right, 113. Do you need to list all 113? No, I do, because I want to see it all. And then my job is to come out here and tell you guys, Rob, you're late. Rob, see, you're late. You're gonna have to find a seat in the back, but I'm glad you're here. Heck yeah. But also look at these, okay? Look at these sectors he's working. Okay, this is the sectors he's looking at. Maybe I only care about finance and retail, because that's the stuff I like to trade, okay? Or maybe I'm only looking at energy and technology, tech, you know what I mean? Or utilities. So you can watch, you can see, here's the sectors, okay? Healthcare, you know what I mean? You can watch the sectors and just go, okay, Rob's talking about XLE. I know it's 2-1-2 reversal up on the year. I'm writing down all these energy stocks, or I'm a defensive trader. I don't watch the charts every day. I don't day trade. I'm looking at utilities. Okay. Healthcare has been kicking butt the last couple of days. So that's what you could do. You watch Rob's list, watch Rob's weekend vid or macro vid, and then this is what you do. Okay. Clear list. Yes. Clear the list. And your list is blank. Okay. It's blank. And then as Rob's talking about it in Trading View, you can add symbol. Oh, okay. He's talking about AAPO. Okay. He's talking about Apple. Okay. All right. Stick it in there. All right. What else he's talking about? He's talking about CAR, CAR. All right. And then as he's talking, you're putting stuff in. Okay. Baba. All right. What else is he talking about? Let's just I'm making this up. Okay. So I know you guys are like, oh, he didn't talk about that last week. Okay. But I'm just saying, he's putting stuff in there. All right. He did talk about, some of these JD. Let's talk about that. Let's put in XLE. Okay. And I'm going to look at Oxy. Okay. And let's look at Slab. Okay. So this is me mimicking watching Rob's videos. Okay. And as he's talking, I'm just typing them in. It's automatic. Okay. I'm typing in the ticker, and then I'm hitting enter. And then they go into your weekly, they go in your thing. Okay. I know I'm being a little silly about it, but that's how you do it. Okay. Same thing with the strat time report. You're watching the strat time report. Here, I got one right here. Daily signals. Bam. Daily signals. And let's just say there's nothing here. All right. I'm watching strat time report at, strat time report around lunchtime. What's Rob talking about? Rob's talking about JD. Okay. Rob's talking about, he's talking maybe Procter Gamble. You know what I mean? Maybe he's talking about Conoco. Maybe Conoco's coming up. And then Trump stock with the shenanigans. Maybe he's talking about that. So that's stuff that's working. I'm just typing that stuff in. But then, okay, so now he's talking about it. That's what's enforced. That's what's working right now today. For example, I got now I'm looking for a reversal. Okay. For example, here's a nice 2-2 reversal back down to the downside, or a 3-1-2 reversal back up. Okay. By the time 12:30, so when the strat time report comes out, you're looking for this reversal back down. I just put in he was talking about DWAC Friday. Yep. So here comes, yep. So this is a perfect example. This happened right here. Here's 12:30. Okay. Eastern Standard Time. Strat time reports out. I got a 2-1-2 continuation up on DWAC. I've already watched the show. Okay. I put DWAC in my daily watch list. All right. What am I doing? I'm just waiting for a reversal back up. All right. Here's 12:30. And then this big thing blasts right at 67.74. Drop down those smaller time frame, because that's not a reversal. All right. Right here. You could probably take that guy right there, or even down to a 15. All right, there's your reversal back in right here, right here. No, that's still a 2. That's 2, 2, 2. But I would take that as well. That's pretty tight. I would take that one, that thing right there, 67.74. I would take that because that's a reversal back up in the price. You could even drop all the way down to the 5-minute and try to find a way back in that sucker. Okay. All right, 2 to reverse, 2 1 2 2 to reversal back up right here, 76.41. Okay. Now I'm getting into the weeds on this a little bit. But that's how you can get in on this. So Rob, the reason why I'm saying that is because people will go, well, why is he giving a watch list out in the middle of the day? It's this is what's happened. This is what's in force right now. Okay. So now you're looking for a reversal during the day to get in on it. If you don't see a reversal, don't worry about it. Don't touch it. But if you get one, punch it right in the face, work it. Okay. And then you're only looking at, if Rob only talks about 4 or 5 things you care about, you're only looking at those 4 or 5 things. Okay. That's it. Maybe it's semiconductors. Maybe it's energy that's working. All right. You do not have to jump around. Heck yeah. Swiss man working it. Loves it. Loves it. That's awesome. All right. So that's how you watch the week. That's how you watch the strat time. That's how you watch the weekend bid. And then macro list. I'm telling you, this thing is long. This thing's long. But again, we're looking at quarterly charts. We're looking at the big boy charts, the quarterlies, the yearlies. Okay. And then he'll go through sectors. Okay. He'll go through the sectors, and not only sectors, Rob talks about the condition of the stock. And that's what I really want to talk about is condition. Because yes, you have all these here for the macro. All right. Here's all your, Valero. Yep. Up on the quarter. Yep. Looking great. You know what I mean? Here's all, here's everything for the macro list. Here's your, you guys can see those. Let's go ahead and put it up here. Let's do this for the kids in the back. Let's change this to quarterly and then put my labels on. Booyah. You know what I mean? So now you can see that. Makes sense. 2-2 reversal back up for the quarter. I'm waiting for LMT to reverse back up on the monthly, the weekly, the daily, or the 60 so I can get in on this larger signal. Okay. That's how you use the macro list. All right. That's your macro list. And then so here's your watch list for the macros. And then during the day, honestly, I'm just skimming down these things and seeing what's in force. Okay. And then I got a reminder of what's happening. And again, let's go back to okay. I see you, Josh. With your DWAC example, I don't understand how you would catch it that when it's so small little bars and then blast off. Again, okay, we'll go back to that. Okay. All right. I want you to understand this stuff, and I don't want you to get hung up. So DWAC, going back to DWAC, this thing started blasting off. Again, the reason why you zoom your charts in, okay? Number one, you zoom your charts in. I don't want you doing this, all right? We don't trade like this. There's other traders out here that go, I don't know what this next 2 is. What's the next 2? All right, zoom your charts in, all right? Zoom them in, and then this thing does blast off. 3-2 reversal back up, actually 3-1-3, and then 3-2 continuation up right here, all right? 3-2 up, right at 67.28. And you could go down to a smaller time frame and find a reversal back up into this. Okay. You would be going down to your 5-minute bars and finding a reversal back into this. All right. Right here at 13:45. Now, yes, it is easier to do this hindsight. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack about it's so much easier to see this stuff later on. But if you see a 2-2 reversal back up right here, that now you're in. Okay. Now you're in. And this is at 13:45, 1:45, you're in. Okay. Set your stops, let this thing work, and then push your stops up the 5-minute bars because DWAC is crazy and it's got a lot of volatility. And you probably would have got stopped out here at 70.65. All right. But you drop down to the smaller time frames and you trade a reversal. Does that make sense? Trade a reversal, Josh. Don't let me sidetrack you. Does that make sense? Trade a reversal. Okay. So this just a lot of people, they will get in there with Rob and they'll go, well, he's only showing stuff that's already happened. No, he's showing you what's in force right now. Think bigger. Think bigger. Yes, this thing is blasting off on the 60s in the face. Who saw this coming? Nobody, right? But Rob saw, because he's looking at all these charts. All right, you got this big giant, we like long green bars, long red and green bars. This thing's is blasting off right here, right here. Go down on the 5 minutes, get you an inside fiver, go down on the 5 minutes, find you something in here. Okay, there's a 2-2 reversal right there. You're in. All right, get you some shares. That's the easiest way to do it. That's my opinion. And then let's see where this puts you at right here. You know what I mean? It's a little right here, put you in here. You know what I mean? Now you're in this thing. Now you're in it. Make sense? Just get hung up on how Rob says. Big old Josh, you don't have to get hung up on big old. Is the bar really big and big? You know what I mean? I understand when things are slow and the bar looks like this and you actually look at it and go, that's actually only like 50 cents. Like, you know what I mean? You use your mind. You know what I mean? What do you actually see? I understand that. But if this thing is like $3, $4, $5, JD was like that. JD, look at these things. These are 60s. Okay. Here's your right here. It went in force right here at 60, 62. All right. And at the top of this bar was, 68. I mean, that's a big bar. You want to be there. All right. There you go. Yep. 15 minutes would be good. Okay. So I wanted to go back over that because I wanted you guys to understand what I'm talking about. All right. Watch lists. Okay. So weekly signals. That's how now. Let's go back to this. How do I create watch lists based on condition? Okay. I have 2-2 up on the month. All right. I have these watch lists 2-2 up on the month, 2-2 down on the month. I have the gap list, weekly signals. That's usually Rob's vid, daily signals. That's usually something that's happening right now or something from the strat time report. And then the macro lists. Okay. And then I've got all these ETFs. All right. These are all the holdings for each ETF. And I will skim down those too. I don't use scanners. Okay. And then you got Dow Jones. Okay. And then usual suspects is stuff that Rob talks about all the time. So DWAC is definitely someone in that's usual suspects. Doesn't mean I trade it. It just means Rob talks about it all the time. Roku, it's in the usual suspects. Let's go look at that. What's in usual suspects? Rob talks about AMD all the time. All right. Throw it in there. Baba. Rob says all the time, down goes Baba. All right. I'm going to throw it in there. He's been saying it for years. Okay. So this is the junk drawer. Everybody's got that one junk drawer in their house, has everything in it. This is a junk drawer right here. As someone said, look at SQ. Okay. So here's SQ. I know that's one of our usual suspects. Let's change this back to the month. All right. 2-2 up on the month. 2-2 up on the month back in SQ. Okay. Here's my weeks. No. There you go. There's my weeks. 3 outside week. All right. Outside week to the upside. All right. Here's my dailies again, all the futures and everything looking the same after the Fed report. But SQ, what I would do is I would take SQ and then add that to my 2-2 up on the month list. All right. And then once I go to now I got my 2-2 up on the month list. Now I know anything in this list is 2-2 up on the month already. So when the SPY is green, I'm looking for anything taking out last week's highs. I'm looking for anything taking out yesterday's highs. What's the easiest way to do that? Go to the list that already has buyers in it. Those are stocks that are already 2-2 up on the month. All right. All right. These are all stocks that are 2-2 up on the month. This is an easy way to have a watch list of everything where the buyers are at. Okay. When the SPY was red, same thing there. You could have had a bunch of stocks in there that's already 2 down on the month. Why try to short something that's blasted into the highs? You know what I mean? No, go to where the sellers are. Go. If you want to, short something, go to the people that are already getting beat up. You know what I mean? Go to a PayPal. PayPal's a little different now. Since we had, some good reversals on the dailies, but this needs to come out of this is Verizon. Okay. These things update as well. If I go to this thing and it's outside month of downside, I need to get rid of that. Okay. I need to update that, get rid of it. All right. Cause when SPY is green and things are going up, I don't want to be searching. and wondering and scanning. I don't need a scanner. Okay. I don't need a scanner. I already did the homework. I already did Rob says, you don't have to pour through a lot of charts. That's correct. I also want to have my watch list based on condition. Okay. I want everything already 2 up on the month. Here's a good reversal. Costco, 2-1-2 reversal back up. Look at that on the month. All right. Go where the buyers already are. Spire's ripping. What's Costco doing? All right. It's 2-2 continuation on the month. Let me find a reversal. What's it doing on the day? Any reversals here? Nope. Wait, where's my reversal on the 60? Okay. Bam. Here's a reversal on the 60. I'm in. Full time frame continuity to the upside. Makes sense? Come on now. Makes sense? You guys still out there? All right. CVX, rails. All right. CSX. Okay. Inside week. You still gotta, this is why I don't, so scanners are good, but at the same time, they don't tell you everything. Okay. You still got to go to the charts and look at what's happening. But I do this homework after hours. I put in, here's everything that's 2-2 up on the month. Heck yeah, makes sense. 2-2 up on the month. Is Overstock, is it 2-2 up on the month? No, but all right, I got a 2 green. I got a really solid green. Okay, all right, for next week. All right, so we're going to talk about weekly signals just a second. UPST, we're going to talk about that. Let's do this. I'm gonna do UPST weekly signals. All right, so you can have blank watch lists already set up. Blank watch lists already set up, and then all you're doing is organizing. Okay, you don't need to put 100 things in here. You're just organizing. All right. So again, I'm looking for when we trade, we are looking for buyers on them. We're looking for what is the month doing? Okay. Are they buying or selling? They're buying. Okay. And I'm looking for the week to reconfirm what's happening on the month. Okay. We're not looking for the butterfly effect. We're not looking for something on the 5-minute to trigger something on the 60, to trigger something on the daily and the weekly and the monthly, and then reverse it all the way up. You can do that, but for you beginners, I want you to go where the buyers and sellers already are. They already decided. The institutional buyers already said, hey, we're buying AKBA. What do they do? I don't know. Don't care, but they're buying it. All right. That's where I want to be. All right. So so now I got my 2-2 up on the month list, and I'm looking for, now the week is over, I'm looking for signals, which is a hammer or a shooter for next week. And when I want those actionable signals to reconfirm what's happening on the month. Okay. All right. So I got my 2-2 up on the month list. I'm skimming down them. This could be something I do over the weekend. Okay. And what's another one? Lily is a good one. No. Is that an actionable signal? No, that's not an actionable signal. Still 2 up. I mean, it's blasting 2-2 up on the month. 2-1-2, 2-2 a month, 2-2 month, just by a couple pennies. All right. But I'm looking for, here's another one. Best Buy. Okay. Best Buy. Why do I want this on my weekly list? All right. Because it's a potential 2-2 reversal back up. Okay. All right, I'm not going to go too much further, but I'm looking for actionable signals, and I don't need a scanner. I'm using my down button. Okay, I'm using my down. Here's an inside bar for Sprout Farms. I'm going to put that on my weekly list. Where'd you go? Add that to the weekly signals. All right, my actionable signals are hammers, inside bars, shooters. Hammers, shooters, inside bars. That's how I usually say it. Hammers, shooters, inside bars. Is this an actionable signal? No. All right. Chuck the trader has great scans. That's right. Chuck back at it again with the strat scan. Heck yeah. Sark. All right. Here's a shooter. Sark about to go the other way. Okay. MOS. The doo-doo stock. MOS with the fertilizer. Okay. That's the more professional way to say it. Fertilizer inside week. Is that an actionable signal? Yes. Now I'm looking for the inside week to go in force for a 2-1-2 continuation up that'll reconfirm the 2 up on the month. Okay. Still got a lot of month lift. Okay. Car. All right. Car's blasting. Is that a reversal? No. Is this an actionable signal on the daily? Yes. Inside daily. You know what I mean? So what you would be doing is finding a reversal, get in on a 2-2 continuation on the week. That's not necessarily a good idea. but that's how you could work that. Plug. I've been looking at plug, and this is on my 2 up on the month list, and I worked it in here, and I got stopped out. It was nasty. I had a choice to get back in here at 2 up on the daily and work this thing, but you know what? I thought to myself, and this is exactly what I'm thinking right now, and I'm going to show you guys right now. There's an actionable signal on the week. 2-2 reversal, possible 2-2 reversal back up. Why would it be a 2-2 reversal? Because they took the price down. Okay, this is a 2 down. All right, and if this thing goes 2-2 reversal up, it will be at 26.40 in they face. Let's take some of these guys out and reconfirm what we're seeing on the monthly. And what is that? 2 up on the month. 2-1-2 reversal up on the month. The magnitude is $29. Makes sense? Makes sense? Yeah. Okay. All right. Makes sense. Makes sense. We're going over time here just a little bit, but I want to show you the watch list. Okay. So again, car on the week, is that an actionable signal? No. Okay. SQ. Someone asked me about SQ. SQ, you're looking for a 3-2 continuation up. All right. That I would say that's a valid signal. Okay. 3-2 continuation. But if that thing goes anywhere in here inside this 3, it could get stuck in there. Okay. And that'd be bad. All right. We don't want to get stuck in the mother bar issue. All right. Stratdonna. Heck yeah. She says it makes sense. So what I'm gonna do again, that's what I do. So let's go to so that's my month. Okay, now let's go to the week. This is my weekly signals just based on what I just went through. Okay. Apple. Why did I put this on the watch list? Here's my broadening formation on the weekly. I'm looking for a 2-2 reversal up. All right. If this goes in force, I'm punching it right in the face. All right. The target is this dude right here at 168.91. All right. That's the magnitude on that. And we want to get all the way up in here and go up to the top, swing traders, tanked and all that stuff. That's what we do. Tank division. But I definitely want this 2-2 reversal back up on the week to reconfirm. It's not green on the week. Excuse me, it's not green on the month. All right. But we definitely want to reconfirm that there's buyers in here that we're seeing. Okay. All right. Car. Oh, we already said that's not. I'm going to take this out because it's not an actionable signal. That's not a hammer, shooter, or an inside bar. So I'm going to take that out. Baba. I'm looking for a 3-2 up. If you're not used to 3-2s, you know what I mean? That's not that based on what I said before, that's not an actionable signal. So we'll take that out. Disney. Looking for the 2-2 reversal back up. All right. Now this is a 2 down that didn't clear this top. All right. This could have went outside weak, but it didn't do it by like pennies. That's good for us because now I know I have a 2-2 reversal back up potential in Disney mouse. All right. Do you trade things going the same direction as SPY? Yes. So Aaron, yes. If diamonds, if DAY, let's go back to broader averages. If the diamonds is green, okay, next week, this thing goes 2-2 up on the week, green, Dow Jones is up. What else is now that makes me go, okay, what else is in Dow Jones? Here's my Dow Jones. Here's Apple. Here's Disney. I'm looking at the charts. All right. I know Disney's potential 2-2 reversal up on the week. If Dow Jones goes 2 up continuation and they're buying on Dow Jones stocks, I'm hitting anything in that ETF. Okay. Same thing with let's just say XLE. Okay. XLE is a good one because look at these weekly hammer. Look at weekly hammer. All right. That's a hammer on the week. Potential 2-2 reversal back up. So now I'm eyeballing anything that's an XLE for next week. Why? Because it's already got this huge reversal on the quarter. All right. And this huge reversal up on the year. All right. I hope we can, honestly, I hope we can all afford gas by summertime. Anyway, so this is where I say, and everybody else says, wait for the, what's that Rob saying?
Triangle they out, they will.
Triangle they out, they will. It's going to go down. They're going to take profits on this thing. And now it's got a hammer on the week for next week. If it goes in force, I'm hitting it. If it doesn't, I don't touch it. Okay. We don't predict. All right. It could, for all we know, it's going to end, it could open up way down here. All right. But that would save you because the strat's going to save you on that because did it go scenario 2 up? No, it didn't. I don't need to touch this. I'll go do something else. Okay. Let me go find something else in my weekly list, watch list, or my monthly 2 up on the month list. You know what I mean? But XLE, another hammer. You know, that's something on the week, another hammer, actionable signal. Yes. BKR, another actionable signal. COG, look at that hammer, another actionable signal. This is how you create your weekly watch list based on condition. All right. Conoco, there's so many 2 reversals on this thing. I'm just going to hit the down button on these things. All right. Fang, FTI. All right. Halliburton. This is how you create your freaking watch list. How do you differentiate between actionable and non-actionable signals? A hammer, shooter, inside bar. Okay, those are actionable signals. Those are your actionable signals. Maybe you want to elaborate on that, Rex. What do you mean? What do you mean? This is an actionable signal. Hammer. All right, that means the buyers are stepping up. Buyers are stepping up, and it closed as a hammer. This thing goes in force. That means the buyers did take control of this, and our target's this guy right here. You know, bam. All right. I haven't looked at the chat yet, but just based on your question, look at car again. Okay. Car is already blasting. Is this an actionable signal? No, it's not a shooter. It's not an inside bar. It's not a hammer. There's just buyers sitting in here. Okay. The best thing we can get right now is an inside week, and this thing cools off a little bit. And then we get a reversal, an actionable signal of an inside week to go back up. Does that make sense, Rex? Waiting on Rex. Kiki, these weekly targets are more for swing trading. Yes. And that goes back to one person. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, good. And that goes back to a question all the way at the beginning of the show. How do these weekly signals are for people that cannot look at the charts all day long. Okay. I set my buy orders. If it goes in force, it gets triggered. I work this thing all the way up to magnitude, take my profits. Okay. Or come in the next day on the dailies and keep pushing my stops up until I get stopped out with profit. You know, just check it once or twice a day, maybe in the morning, in the afternoon, you know, maybe 3 times a day, in the morning, the afternoon, at lunch, and then check it again in the afternoon. You know, before the day is over, just to keep pushing your stops up so you get stopped out with profit. But as a day trader, you still want to be able to look at these charts. You still want to have a weekly watch list based on signals, because if this goes in force, 2 reversal back up on the week, even though you're a day trader, you still want this. Okay, it's still important to you, because if it's green, that's in force all week. Okay, that's in force all week. So you want to look for a triangle layout, TTO, on the daily or the 60 to get back in on what you're seeing on the week. Okay. Remember that we trade with all 4 charts up at the same time. All right. Let me get rid of this guy. Almost done. Sorry, we're going over. Again, I'm trading with all these charts up at once. Why? Because I'm looking for reversals. All right. If this goes 2 up on the week, Apple goes 2 up on the week, my magnitude is at 168. It ain't there yet. It's up in this area here. Okay. So now I'm looking for reversal on the daily to reconfirm what I'm seeing on the week. All right. Or maybe it is 2 up, you know, 2 up in force on the week, in force on the day. Now I'm looking for reversal on the 60 to get in on. Okay. So these are for day traders as well too. You want to be able to see what's happening in all of this. Okay. But you've seen all the actionable signals in same thing with slob. Here's a little, you know, a hammer, ugly hammer, goes in force at 42.15. All right, still 2 up on the month. Yeah, it's 2 up on the month, but you know, it came in a little bit. It's a little nasty right here. But I want to reconfirm what's happening. You know what I mean? I want this thing to go 2 up on the week. I hit this thing, and that reconfirms what I'm seeing on the month, that they were buying this. Okay. Overstock. Okay. Overstock. I want to see a reversal on the week at a minimum before I'll jump in on it. Okay. These are daily, you know, I mean, these daily things you can jump in on if you're good at the strat. Me, I wouldn't have touched this thing because this reversal was way down here and this weekly was down in here. You can see how that kind of correlates between the screens. Okay, I'm not touching this. Why? Because it's still inside on the week. Now, because I'm a swing trader, I am a tank. I don't have time to look at the charts all day long. All right, let me wait for this actionable signal on the week. All right, let's see if we can turn this. Let's see if we can get this. If this goes in force, this is definitely going to turn this month back green. Okay, that's why I was saying on Facebook, everybody's trying to bottom pick Facebook. Wait for that freaking reversal back up on the week. Let's look at Facebook really quick. Now I want to get in on that. You know what I mean? Because I got my reversal on the week. Instead of keep trying to bottom pick this thing and keep getting wrecked on these dailies. All right. Now these days here, Facebook was fantastic. Okay. It went outside week. But if you go back to my earlier shows, especially with me, Rob, and Ryan Faluna, I was saying, hey, you got to give me the week first. I'm not trading anything inside week or 2 down on the week to the upside. All right. Makes sense. So the weekly targets are more like, oh yeah, I already said that. Yeah, I already said that. So your weekly Katie G gangster, rephrase your question really quick. I only got a few more minutes left. I kept you guys late. So if you're trading options, how do you determine the price for your targets and stops based on the candles? That's Kevin. Brad, you can use the broadening formation to do that. Let's go to Oxy. No, let's go to Slob because there's broadening formation already on that one. And what you could do, you can use this broadening formation and go, okay, with your trading options, all right, the top of that broadening formation is 46.31, and you can buy an option with a strike price way up there. And if this goes in force at 42? Yep, 42.08. 2-2 reversal back up, you can buy that target and work it. Okay, that's what I would do. That's what Sarah would tell you to do. Buy your targets because they're a little bit cheaper. And work that thing, work it. And then now you start getting options a little bit harder because you got to get fourth. Me trading commons, I only have to get one thing right, and that's direction. Okay, with commons you got to get, with options you got to get the direction right, and then you got to get 4 other things right called the Greeks. All right, and you got to get all those right. So the options trading is a little bit tougher. I like the common because again, I can't watch the charts all day long. I want to get in on something, work it, and then get stopped out profit. That's what I do. Oh, okay. No, it's okay. Katie, gangster, you're a regular. Just sum your question up smaller. That's all I'm asking. All right, JS got you. Kevin, I'm not gonna. Yep, Max is right. In the money strikes help. That helps. How much room do you give a stop loss when holding overnight? Same thing. I don't give any room. If I'm going, what's a good one? Let's say this weekly. When I trade common, here's my reversal in. Let's go green. Let's make this green. All right. And then let's make this red. Here's my stop. If I'm holding this thing, this is the hard part about swing trading. Okay. And this is the hard part about just trading period. Okay. The gap downs and gap ups. But let's just say I did work this one in slob, 2-2 reversal back up. All right. These are weeklies. Once the price gets up in here, you know what I mean? This is me holding it overnight. But once the price gets up in here, then I can push my stops even. So if there's a gap down, I could take a loss. You know what I mean? It could happen, but I couldn't do anything about it unless I have like a, after hours, account, things like that. But once it gets up in here, I can push my stops even. And then I can use what I do is I use the daily chart or 60-minute chart to push my stops up. Okay. Lately, I've been using the 60s. And then the last few days, if you're in the live show with me and Rob, I've been using the 5 minutes because there's no way of knowing if it's going to keep going. So I've kind of been forced to be a day trader the last few days. But so if I get on the weekly, I'm pushing my stops up to dailies. All right. And I'm going to keep pushing my stops up until I get stopped out with profit. If it happens pre-market and reverses back up, fine. You know what I mean? Let's just say I don't get stopped out till right here. All right. I'm a swing trader. I don't get stopped out till right there. That's a pretty good trade. That's a pretty good trade from 29 to 36. All right. Now, Rob would tell you, you don't have to get out of all of it. Let's just say you take a portion off right here. Here's my, here's my original position. I keep adding. I stop out with half. I pay myself. All right. Get stopped out with half. And then that goes 2-2 reversal back up on the daily. Now I'm back in. All right. I'm still in. You know what I mean? I can stop out on a portion here, still be in, and then add again. So then this would be an add. You know what I mean? And then you push your stops way back up. Now you're pushing your stops up underneath the add. And then the process kind of starts all over again. You know what I mean? Now I'm pushing my stops up the daily until I get stopped out with profit. And that would probably what happened in this mess right here, this wonky mess. But if this thing goes, and the reason why I like doing that is because if this thing goes way down here, I'm not, you know what I mean? Oh, I wish I would have took profits. No, you just get stopped out profit. Does that make sense? I get so many open 3 bars when I swing. Okay. I know. It's been difficult. I get it. So let me reiterate. I kept you guys over, but you guys blasted me with all these questions. That's good because it's a live show. It's a little bit longer than normal. You guys had a lot of questions, but again, for my weekly, let's go back to the week for my weekly watch list. And this is how you do it on your own. Okay, just doing it on your own as well. Look for actionable signals and put those on your weekly watch list. Okay. The condition, if I trade 2-2 reversals, I'm looking for any 2 downs. Okay. 2 down and green. I'm looking for any hammers, shooters, or inside bars to put on my weekly watch list. Okay. That's a 3 on JD, taking that out. Sorry about that. XLE. There's a whole sector right there. XLE with a hammer. Okay. Oxy. All right. Inside bar. All right. That's an actionable signal. Slob. That's an actionable signal. Let me get rid of these. All right. So I'm putting my watch list together based on reversals in the condition, as opposed to, I like Upstart because it's got fundamentals and it's got news and blah, blah, blah. No, we don't do that. All right. It's got a possible 2-2 reversal back up. It goes in force at 127.29. Give it to me. If it goes in force, I'm hitting it. If not, now. AGIO, okay, 2-2 reversal, possible 2-2 reversal back up. That's how I'm creating my watch list for the week. And then you do the same thing for the days, and you do the same thing for the monthlies and things like that. But this is how, or the 60s if you want to go that far down. But hammer right there, Exel, EXEL. Shout out to Sarah, the trash panda. She loves trading these things. XEXEL is her jam. There's an actual signal there on the week. All right. Best Buy, possible 2-2 reversal back. That'd be a rev strat. 1-2-2 back up. Rev strat. All right. Up to 112. Okay. This is how you can create your own watch list. All right. All right. Inside bar, hammer for a 2-1-2 continuation on MOS, the doo-doo stock with the fertilizer. Plug. All right. Potential 2-2 reversal back up. All right. That makes sense, guys. Lots of great info. Went a little bit longer than normal just because you guys, it's first live show in a while. Lots of questions in the chat. Thank you so much. I had a great time. I want to let you guys, it was so much going on. It's raining here, so I could do this all night. But it's a long show. You're so welcome. Thank you so much for everybody being here. Seriously, what was the last numbers on the chat? How many people ended up getting in here? Heck yeah. You're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. So if you want to get in with us here at Sapir Group, again, you can use Strat Soldier 2022. That's going to give you the first 3 months of Rob's live trading room for $99 per month for the first 3 months. Okay. Rob teaches this stuff live on Mondays, 1 hour after the close, up to 60, over 60. Heck yeah. It's a lot of people in there. Heck yeah. So 1 hour after the close, Rob's teaching this stuff live. Rob, how do I get in on Sprout Farms? You know what I mean? I want to get on where everybody's talking about Upstart or AFRM. Rob, how do I get in on this? All right. Rob's going to say, well, it's going to work, or if they're about the triangle layout, don't worry about this yet. It's at the top of the Broadening formation, for example. Okay. So you're talking to Rob live. Okay. Rob live. And then again, Rob's doing more than just, he's not just, waiting there. He's not just sitting there, you hear him sigh a lot, because there might be an inside 60, there's nothing going on. But he's not just sitting there like doing nothing. He's scanning 16 monitors all at once. They're huge. OG Trader was up there in Chicago, and he showed a lot of pictures. I'll retweet him. He's scanning. He is a human scanner, and he's looking at the entire market all at once. And once it starts going to the upside or the downside, he'll tell you where the simultaneous breaks are at. He's not going to tell you, oh, here's one stock that's working, or here's one other stock that's working. No, he's telling you, hey, they're hitting semiconductors to the highs. Rob, the SI indicator. Yes. If you ask Rob about a ticker and Rob goes, oh, there's nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Rob keeps you. No, I've been doing this for a while, but Rob still keeps me out of trouble. He keeps me from doing stupid stuff. I wanted to work Chevron Friday. Rob, it's about to go reverse to the upside on Chevron on Friday. And Rob's like, nah, man, it's like 3 days stuck inside doing nothing. There's nothing going on here. We got to disseminate this gap. And I actually typed back to Rob. I was like, wow, way to kill my trading idea. And he laughed and stuff like that. But it's true. The next 60, I could share my screen again, but the next 60, the very last 60 of the day, just 2-2 reversal back down. And I'm so glad I didn't buy that thing. So even though reversals up on the month and week and all these other things, Rob keeps you out of trouble. And that's what he did for me on that Friday. So Strat Soldier 2022, that's what that's going to give you. Again, 3 months, first 3 months, $99 a month. That's going to get you in. And also Michael Dang, if you're in there with Rob, there's also a deal where you can get Michael Dang for 30% off. Michael Dang, I'm telling you, he's got a whole show at the Dang Strat show he's been doing it at 7:00 in the morning. I don't know if he's going to keep it there, but he's been doing it there. And we look at the futures, we look at what happened yesterday, and we create a watch list for this day, today. You know what I mean? And he tells you what's going on. And honestly, I've been more prepared to listening to Michael Dang go through all that stuff in the morning than just me kind of scrolling Twitter and seeing what's going on, and waiting for Rob to come on at 9 and or pre-market. And I got this whole show with Michael Dang, and I'm asking him all the questions I want. And then I get in there with Rob. Rob tells me a little bit more. Okay, yep. And he either reconfirms what Michael Dang's talking about, you know what I mean, or he, no, we're not looking at that. They usually me, Dang, and Rob we're all seeing the same things. We're usually going to say, no, this is going to the upside. So what I'm saying is that you get in there with Michael Dang in the morning, then you go straight into execution with Rob. Okay, during the day we are executing. Trend Spider has a huge deal going on right now. Oh, no, wait a minute. Learn more. There's another promo code from SEPI Group. Learn more. All right. That's a promo code that's going to get you Rob's full course on the strat, full course. And then my execution course with that, it explains actionable signals. Actionable signals has got some quizzes in there, but it's designed to be a quick reference. Okay. So if you're in there with Rob's, after you went through Rob's course, you know what I mean? This is in all those videos, and you have to, some of those you're going to have to go over and over. You know what I mean? What is Rob talking about in this thing? You know what I mean? How would I get in on this hammer or a shooter or an inside bar? That's where my execution course kind of covers that stuff. And it's designed to be an easy reference. You know what I mean? How do I, even with managing, opening positions, how do I do this? You know what I mean? That's also answered in that course. But you can get both courses for $3.99 with the promo code Learn Strat. Okay, Learn more. $3.99 both courses. Okay, and it's just organized learning and you're paying for organized learning as opposed to just I'm going to watch a bunch of videos on YouTube and we're going to see if I get a hold of this. You know what I mean? It's just a faster way. I'm not saying the other way is bad. I'm just saying it's a faster way. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I post a lot of stuff. I post I post the reversals. I post all the, inside bars and what the scenarios are. But if you want, structured learning, and then you got me in the forums, you got Rob as well on the power hours and during the day, and you got Michael Dang, you can ask us directly. Okay, this is what I learned in, Rob's talking about simultaneous breaks in the course. And then the execution course, you know what I mean? This is how I can get on this, or if you don't understand something, you can get in the forums and ask the questions. Hey, in this section here, Rob talks about, or, Strat Soldier, in this section here, you talk about how, you got us, you know what I mean, in the forums. So you're not alone. All right. TrendSpider has a huge deal going on. I wanted to show you guys TrendSpider today. It's going to have to be next show. But TrendSpider has a huge deal. Use promo code Strat Soldier. That'll get you 50% off on any of their subscriptions for just charting software. Okay. Again, TrendSpider is the only one with the Strat built in. Okay. So you just type in the indicators, the Strat, and it'll give you the labels for the kids in the back. And they also got the Strat scans in there too. Heck yeah. New Strat, where you been? Hi, the promo code on the annual any promo on annual membership with both courses. New Strata, get in on, follow Sepia Group. I'm gonna tell everybody else that too. Follow Sepia Group on Twitter because they're posting all the new promo codes and all that stuff. Okay, you want it first before they'll post it first on there, and then they tell me about it to tell you guys on the weekend shift. Okay, so get there and they'll tell you all the stuff. It says, yep, Sepia Group says, yes, there is an annual promo. So go check that out. Yeah, go check out Sepia Group on Twitter. They post all that stuff. This is going to be it for me. I am the Strat Soldier with the weekend shift. We talked about how to create a watch list based on condition. Okay, we talked about how to create a watch list for the month and then reduce that down to watch list for the week. And then you take that weekly and reduce it down to watch list for the things that are happening for the day. Okay. All right. That's what we talked about. Again, the easiest way to do it is watch Rob's weekend vid with a blank list, type them all in there, and then even, if you just like energy, you just like trading the energy in banks. Well, Rob talked about energy and banks. I'll work on those. And you know what I mean? Now your watch list is only 5 or 6 stocks. You don't have to jump around. All right. This is going to be it. That's going to do it for me. The Strat Soldier with the weekend shift. Thank you so much for everybody showing up. This was fantastic. I'll talk to you guys next week, and I'll be out here. I'll be out here in the Twitter sphere. Live Strat 22. That's going to be your promo on the annual Live Strat 22. So check that out. That's going to do it for me, the Strat Soldier with the weekend shift. Peace.